is the black one. This is the, what do you call it? So that goes the red and white. Almost thoroughly confusing myself, and that's what a lot of this stuff does to you if you're not on top of it. I was thinking about other things. Before I knew it, I had more apart than I wanted to have apart, and I kind of lost track of what I was doing. So excuse my ignorance. But anyway, with that being said, I do have it back together again. It was just a matter of, I got this wire here confused with this wire here, and I didn't hook up a black wire where I should have. I didn't have enough room. So anyway, this is it. It's wired. So how can you tell it's wired? Watch this. Ready? I have a light. See the light? It works. Comfort ride's on. Listen to this. So that's working. Okay? So I'm back in business. I've got it fixed. Somebody texted me. Okay. Anyways, that was Teresa. Miss Teresa is keeping me fed, fat, and happy. Anyway, with that being said, I am done. I actually have the whole thing wired. The Comfort Ride is wired so that it is on when it's on. And that will definitely take a lot of the stress out of the driver and the tractor itself as you're going down the road or across the field or whatever you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish heat shrinking this thing together, and hopefully that there will just do what it's supposed to do. I forget what the heck Grant called this something. We've got a storm brewing pretty heavy outside right now, and I have to go get the parts for that case windrower. So I'm thinking that today might be the day to do that. Like right now, Teresa was talking about going tomorrow by herself to do it, but I don't think I really want her to do that by herself. Boy, is this thing just being a stubborn ass. All that smoke is oil that was in the heat rises, if you didn't know. So, I mean, and you do want to heat these up, because the damn things, if you don't heat them correctly, they don't seal, and believe it or not, they do actually hold the wires together too. They do a plethora of different things, if you want to use that term. Shit, I don't want to burn wires that I don't want to burn, but I don't know why this thing's creating all that carbon. Kind of annoying me a bit, but whatever. So I do have what I need, and I should be okay with it, right? Yeah, I should be okay with it. I'm thinking I am. So, and I really do need to make sure that this thing doesn't come apart, because if it stops working and I'm not the one that's running it, I will not know until the next time I run it. That's just the way people are these days. So there it is, and what I'm going to do is, because it's still pretty warm, I've got it all mangled together, I'm going to go ahead and give her a nice little taping up job here, like this. See that? So what I'll do is I'll kind of collapse them all together. I do, ow, it's a little warm. I do have a roll of tape. I'm going to make it a big old snake looking thing, and then I'll wire tie it. And that should okay, so everything is all tidied up. You don't see any wires or anything there. I've taped them to the side of the console. Inherently, these things are kind of flimsy feeling, but they're not. They're bolted directly to the floor. The one thing I didn't like about this mount, and it's not the position is great. I mean, I can go right from here to here without any problems. I can go right into gear. I can go from forward to working to reverse to working in like a nanosecond. It's nothing. I don't need a left-hand reverser, even though I do believe they make it for this tractor. It's just another thing. But the one thing I do have to do, I do have a leak over there that I'm going to attack. But the one thing, if you're going to buy this machine or this loader for one of these tractors, the floor on these tractors is rather thin. And I can't imagine that it's any different on a Case, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, you know, John Deere, whatever. The floor material doesn't need to be very heavy, because let's face it, you're not standing on it, you're not storing anything on it, you're just sitting here with your feet resting nicely. So what I did was I actually cut out a piece of steel on the bottom, and I sandwiched it to the bottom of the floor of the cab, because over time and the amount of use that this thing is going to get, I imagine with this little bit of, even just this little bit of play, it's going to break up the steel beneath it. So I basically transferred the pressure, the weight of that thing over a 4x4, or a, what is that, about a 6x6 plate of steel that I had drilled holes into and sandwiched it to the bottom when I bolted the thing fast. And it didn't really stiffen it up much at all, but I know that it's going to spread the wear or the pressure itself over a farther period, or a farther bigger spot area. So Teresa just pulled in with food, and wind is starting to blow because there's a wicked storm right there.